Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We bring you stories of faith, love, and devotion. Yeah, just kidding, please help us grow by hitting that like button. Now on to the story. My M30 fiance, F31, has been changing my profile picture and claiming it's by accident. We've been dating for 7 years and recently moved into a new house. We have had our ups and downs with each of us cheating on the other really early on in our relationship. But we have had years of loving each other up until the last 6 months or so. We haven't been intimate nearly as much, and I was traveling a bunch for work. We went from sex every week to every month to now we haven't had sex since March. While moving into a new house, my fiancé vehemently didn't want this posted on social media. Last week I noticed my fiancé asking to see my Facebook for a second. She proceeded to go outside while we were at a party with other people and got into an argument on the phone for minutes. I get my phone back and my Facebook picture of the two of us is changed to just me, and ask her about it. She says it was an accident. When she was checking her profile she must have clicked the wrong thing. I believe her, because we've quarantined together and don't think she's been unfaithful or anything. That changed yesterday when the same thing happened and I looked deeper into my internet history to see she blocked several people from my profile after changing my picture. I ask her what's going on and why she doesn't seem comfortable with sex, admitting that I am at fault as well. She tells me that she was raped in college and the anxiety of that is coming back. She doesn't feel comfortable with being intimate and it's something that's been challenging her. I ask why now after 10 years and why the sketchy Facebook activity. Did she see anyone recently that would trigger that? She said she saw the brother of the guy who raped her at a New Year's party and I offered to go to counseling with her. But the social media stuff still irks me. She hasn't brought up these allegations before, but I know something happened in college where she was chased out by her group of friends and tried to hurt herself. I believe her and still feel uneasy that she may be using her past as an emotional excuse to make me not think about what she's doing on my Facebook. What should I think about her changing my social media, and how can I approach the topic of her rape to help her through what she's going through? Finally, I found out that my girlfriend of 10 plus years and fiancé of 4 years have been cheating on me for the last 3 years. After deciding to put all of our money into purchasing a house. Advice. Yesterday morning a man 5 years younger than me, 30, appeared in my driveway screaming. I walked to see my fiancé outside and this man claiming to be shocked that the woman he's been dating for 3 years has a house, a dog and a boyfriend. He left after saying his piece while I was outside with the two of them. My girlfriend and I have been together for 10 years. We've had ups and downs and got engaged while I was away in grad school. When I came back to live with her I noticed something was different. We just weren't incredibly close and didn't feel the intimacy we had previously. But we promised each other to work on it. Things got better and eventually we decided instead of having a wedding, we wanted to use the money we saved up and that our family would be giving us to buy a house. After a year of living in the house and her fighting with me for years about letting her be independent and letting her have nights out with her friends, I find out she's had a relationship with this other guy. For years. I don't know what to do. Our lives are so intertwined and we have this amazing house in both of our names. And an amazing dog. She hasn't denied anything and has seemingly been telling me the truth about this guy. That he filled a void in her life that I wasn't filling. That she did it because she wanted to feel wanted again and something about her feeling young again. I think our situation has been a lot on her and she wanted a chance to feel like she was in college again or something. Not really fair to me. She said she wants us to work but I just can't get the image of her and this lies out of my head. I love our life and our families and our house. But I don't know if I can never love her again. Help me please. Update. Finally, I found out that my girlfriend of 10 plus years and fiancé of 4 years has been cheating on me for the last 3 years. After deciding to put all of our money into purchasing a house. Rant. I decided to spend the weekend apart from her after finding out the news. I confided in some friends who gave me some solid advice but basically told me that I shouldn't make any rash decisions one way or the other. To sit and feel these emotions but not try to let them rule your life and to expect fucking answers. I know my girlfriend treated me like absolute shit, but I do not hate her or want her dead. I know this sounds weird and may be indicative of losing that feeling of love for her, but I don't want her to die on a curb. I just want honesty and for us to be honest with ourselves. I want the courage to make the honest decision for myself, first and foremost. We have talked a lot in the last few days between each other and have fought about her justifying doing what she did. It cannot be justified. But it did let us know what is wrong between us. I am seeing a separate independent therapist and a couple therapist with her this week. But this week, I took off from work and told her I am heading to the beach. I decided we needed time apart to settle our emotions and get clear-headed. She has been really hammering me with the guilt of the things that I have done to her over the years, and although there's some truth to that, I think she needs to look in the fucking mirror. Also, a thing that I noticed is she's more defensive about her actions and scared of losing the house to me and being labeled the one who cheated versus how I feel as the person who had their life turned upside down. And that's telling. So this week I am leaving her with all of the responsibilities that I usually do, the things she doesn't come close to understanding, the things I do around our house. I know you all have your pitchforks out and want me to dump her badly and make it a big evil thing, but that's just not how I am. I would rather make a sound decision, and once I do that I feel good about that decision. And if it's to leave her, the way I will make her feel as bad as I did will be because I have become a better person because of her awful actions. And she will be miserable seeing that person who she could have been with. But I am not quite at that stage yet, still quite shell-shocked. Update finally, I found out that my girlfriend of 10 plus years and fiancé of 4 years has been cheating on me for the last 3 years. After deciding to put all of our money into purchasing a house. Update. A lot has transpired in the past month or so, and therapy has helped me immensely. My ex-fiancé and I agreed that she needed to move into a new apartment and we needed to be completely broken up. We have both allegedly been seeing separate therapists and have also agreed to not speak for at least a month. That time is for me. I have found that the constant contact and rehashing of things and arguments with her hasn't helped at all, and in fact puts me back into an emotional mess, so I am avoiding that until I feel better about it. If I ever do. This time period since I last made an update has thrown me in the most pain that I have ever experienced in my life. But I believe there can be some good out of it. I have been exercising, I have been on a few dates and have started to become more aware of who I am and what I want/need in life and in someone else. When you are in a long-term relationship like this that changes very slowly and were brought up with a family history of infidelity, you start to normalize this. And that has been my biggest problem. I have no idea of what a normal relationship is and could be. So talking to people who have no history of stuff like this and who have no clue about our situation has helped, because it makes me realize how messed up our lives were and how messed up what she did was. I also recently contacted the guy who apparently had no idea about this either. He hasn't reached back to me yet. I wanted some clarity on a few things and also to see if she had seen him since D-Day. My ex has been trying to get back together with me, but I have absolutely no intentions of ever doing that. What will transpire in the next several months is that I will buy her out from our house and slowly move on. I will probably give one last final update to this once I sign the papers and move on with my life. But I wanted to thank all of the people who supported me here or in DMs. It's really not something you can prepare yourself for or can really grasp what it's like until you go through it, and I am still newly going through it. I have constant nightmares and feel very low energy/depressed at times. But it is possible to feel good and even excited about the future, and I can see glimpses of that now. I want to tell anyone else who goes through something like this that you need to do whatever you can in your power to step away from the situation. Try to get a broader view of your life and remove immediate contact from the person who had the affair because they are toxic and will make you feel awful. Feel the pain but try to understand that this isn't your problem. Force yourself to do things like go out with friends or go on vacation and preoccupy your mind. A book that really helped me that was recommended by my therapist is Broken Open by Elizabeth Lesser. Final update. Finally, I found out that my girlfriend of 10 plus years and fiancé of 4 years has been cheating on me for the last 3 years. After deciding to put all of our money into purchasing a house. Update. About a year and a half ago I realized what I thought was a worst case scenario, that my fiancé had a long affair with someone else and she had lied to me during the course of us buying a house together. Since my last post, I had gotten her off of the mortgage and I refinanced my house. We still split time owning a dog together, but I plan on talking to her about me taking sole ownership of the dog since I have the ability to WFH and have a yard. That is the only time we engage with each other. We don't even exchange pleasantries when we do, it's just a handoff every 2 weeks. But I think I am ready for that to be done and for us to never see each other again. I have had some major ups and downs since this has happened, but I want to offer a word of support to anyone going through this. It will seem like there is no end in sight and you cannot fathom living normally after something like this, but it does get better. Talking to people and therapy really does help, but stuff like this just hurts sometimes and there's nothing you can do but trust in time to do its thing. I had journaled for months, talked to a therapist weekly, friends/family, and turned over everything in my life and in my mind to try to reason myself into understanding what happened and find a way to force myself to feel better about it, but there is only so much you can do. The best medicine after doing some due diligence in exploring yourself in therapy is getting back out there and living your life. Some things that didn't work for me was trying to become a serial dater and enjoy my new freedom. After having multiple friends with benefits who I would meet up with each about once a week or two, my bank account was suffering and my health from drinking was too. I decided to take a break and focus on myself, and when I was ready, I decided to try dating again, but for a girlfriend. I have been together with someone for the last 6 months or so who is truly a good person deep down. We have something that I never knew existed with my past fiancé, and I am truly excited and open in a way that I now know I wasn't in my past relationship. I feel I am at peace with our relationship ending, but that doesn't mean I don't hurt every now and then. I don't know if it will ever not hurt to remember. But I can tell you that you can get over it in a way and find someone who is better for you. We hope that by sharing these stories with interested folks like you, we can help people recognize the signs of a relationship in trouble, and avoid so many of these heartbreaking situations yourselves. Have a good day or night. Wherever you are,